Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? Hope everybody's having a great day. I am having a fabulous day. I am. Weather's great. So, let me say this before I jump into my topic, my conversation for today. I understand this is a job that these people do. Um, Reality TV is for entertainment and bringing entertainment into everyone's day or night or whatever, giving them a little time to escape the real and get off into these reality shows and things like that. So I understand all that. I understand they're meant to bring drama and a lot of messiness to keep the ratings up and to keep their audience. Okay, with that being said, I talked a little bit about this on TikTok. Candice was at the Grammys a week or two ago, and she was saying that she was not going to be returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was taking a break, and then there was rumors out there that Portia Williams might possibly be returning. I can't say 100% if she is. I've heard so much stuff on social media about her returning, and they're also doing some more rebooting of the show, and I agree with that. The show definitely need to be rebooted, and there's several more people, in my opinion, that need to take a break. Need to take a break also, need to be removed from the show. But I am not on the staff. I don't get paid for any of this stuff. I don't have a dog in the fight, so I don't know what's going to happen. In my little opinion, really doesn't matter. Okay. But I was sitting back thinking about, because after that, of course, I watched the real marriage. I watched Married to Medicine and Potomac and all that. And let me just say this: these reality shows, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Miami, New York, Salt Lake, all the real life of a franchise that Andy Cohen's do. All the franchise, the Married to Medicine, the a Real Housewife of all these different cities, and all that, and Potomac and Basketball Wives, and I mean he doesn't do Basketball Wife, but I'm just saying Basketball Wife, Love and Marriage Huntsville, uh, even hip hop, all these shows, I believe, in just my opinion, have gone way too far with some of the things that they do and they say on these shows. Now, I'm just going to go back to the franchise with Married to Medicine, Real Housewives, and talk a little bit about those, because those are the ones that's like on right now. Love and Marriage Huntsville is not on. Basketball Wives is on, but I kind of backed away from that a couple of years ago because it was just too much and stuff. And I'm about to do the same with the rest of them. But on Married to Medicine, the last episode I seen, of course, they was talking about getting ready to go on this trip to celebrate their 10-year anniversary and their friendship and this and that. And of course, Jackie is Simone is sponsoring her, and her husband is sponsoring the trip. And it was said on social media that Simone actually did not pick the place, that production picked the place. But of course, since she's sponsoring it, she told them they're going to Hilton Head in South Carolina. The story with that's where Curtis cheated on Jackie and all this kind of stuff. And I believe that, whoever chose the place, regardless if it was production or Simone, that should have been the opportunity for Jackie to actually go to Simone, sit down, have a woman-to-woman conversation to her, how she felt about there, and then she could choose to go or not go. Okay, the whole thing with Jackie and Curtis, when all that he was messing around on her and all this stuff went down, all that was on reality TV. We all seen it on reality TV. So it's not like it's a hush deal, okay? And like I said, when you're on these reality shows, you know, you're supposed to be telling, be transparent and telling what's going on in your life and all this kind of stuff. So I didn't like the fact that Jackie actually used her little bulldog heavily to do her dirty work. And it seems to me in the past that Jackie portrays or seen as the goody two shoe, as they say, and she's always got someone right there to do all her dirty work verbally for her, and she speaks in her little soft voice. I mean, how you gonna, 1 minute you're on TV having a conference call with the VP of the United States, and then they turn around and show a clip where you're making fun and throwing out there the accusations that something that some other man did when they was married to someone else. And I'm talking about Quad and Dr. Gregory. When they was married, they actually, they showed the scene where she was, saying to Sweet Tea and everybody giving Sweet Tea all this information on Gregory that has nothing to do with her. And Jackie said that, Gregory was in the hotel with this woman and this and that. None of that is valid when it comes to Sweet Tea and Dr. Gregory. None of that is valid, because all that stuff happened before Sweet Tea and before, her and Dr. Gregory got together. So, of course, they was throwing jabs. Of course, they was roasting her, whatever they want to call it. But, it was not fair, So I understood once they got to South Carolina, I understood the conversation got very heated. And then when Sweet Tea did speak up, I guess she was just sitting there taking all that in and living or rehearing the things that they had said to her about Gregory, and she just exploded. Do I agree with the deliverance of her explodedness? No. Was it inappropriate? Yes. There is a time and a place, once again, for everything. These are supposed to be grown women. These are supposed to be grown women that's professional women, educated women, women that does a lot of community stuff and supposed to be there to empower each other as women and build each other up. But it's a lot of belittling. It's a lot of degrading. It's a lot of toxic behavior that comes from these women and how they respond to each other. So I definitely did not agree with the deliverance of Sweet Tea's frustration towards Jackie, or it could have been anyone that she would have spoken to at that time in that manner. It was not right. She should not have used the F word with Jackie. She should not have used the B word with Jackie, even though Jackie's best friend, Heavenly, is constantly using the B word and calling people the B word. And it seems to be okay with Jackie. So I understand, Sweet Tea was to her boiling point. And, she's new to the group. They're constantly comparing her to his ex-wife, Quad. Quad was even on the show for a short period, and then they turn around and all turn around and attacked her and got her off the show. So there is no friendship. I believe each one of them do what they do or befriend who they need to befriend at the moment to get them to where they need to get with their ratings or their popularity, and make them feel like they're, at a certain stage doing whatever episode that they're doing. So I don't think there are any really true friendship. Maybe Simone and Jackie. I don't even know about that, because Jackie kind of scrabble the fence. She does. So I don't really know if there's any diehard friendships between any of the ladies and stuff. I feel like these shows, like you said, Real Housewife, Basketball Wife, all the Marriage to Medicine, they just belittle each other. They belittle each other and, downgrade anything someone else might have going on Potomac. They done got the same way. They're always talking about each other. They're so two-faced. These are the most two-faced groups of these women are so two-faced and so backstabbing. All they do is backstab each other constantly. Like I said, if you're not a benefit to them on that episode or that season that's going on, they're gonna stomp you in the ground. They're gonna stomp you in the ground and get you out of their way so they can get to that person that's gonna make them more valid at the time. And it's just sad. It's just really sad, that this type of bullying, this type of language is allowed to continue to go on with these shows. It's crazy. Even even like you said, Real Housewives of Atlanta. They last season was not only, it wasn't the best, definitely was not the best season, but it was all about trying to downrate each other and anything that each other got going on and all this kind of stuff. And I get it. I get it. These franchises, like I said at the beginning of the show, they're here for entertainment purpose only. They get paid big bucks to do these shows. These people are all about grabbing as much as they can so they can get, when it comes time to redo their contract, they can get the most money that they can. And that's fine. I ain't trying to knock nobody coins. I'm not getting paid anything to talk about them, okay? I'm not trying to knock anyone coins, but once you put your business out there and on TV or social media or anything like that, you're opening up the can of worms for everybody to put their opinion in there. So once that was brought to attention several episodes ago with Jackie and Curtis and them going through the cheating and this and that can of worm was opened up. I don't care if it don't come back up 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, or whenever, but it's always there, and there's always that possibility that subject will come up again and it be talked about. And that's what happened, that's what's happening with this season. But that, okay, it's kind of like Sweet Tea said, if everybody else are allowed to be put in the hot seat and criticized and talked about with whatever might have went on in their past or in their marriage or whatever, then why is Jackie any different? She is no different. She signed up for it. It was already put out there. And if they can put Sweet Tea in the hot seat and dog her for something that they're dogging her for that she really didn't have anything to do with, because the only thing they're criticizing her for this whole season is the relationship that Dr. G had with Quad. Has nothing to do with her. Nothing to do with her at all. But that's their storyline that they're coming at her every season. Every episode. They're coming at her because of something that happened between two different people. Happened between her husband and her husband ex. That's it. They have nothing else to come at her about. And so she's a young girl. She's young, okay? She's a woman. She's a young woman. But these should be time. They should be empowering her and helping her growth and letting her know how this reality thing work. But I think they have poked at her a little bit too much. So she's coming out now with hey, she's coming out firing. I hear that on the reunion, she's gonna be dropping all kind of bombs. She's gonna be, she's gonna be fighting back. She's gonna be fighting back. Like I said, I understand all of them. I understand, and I do watch them because people like myself that goes on these social media blogs or whatever. I don't get paid for it, but a lot of people, their career is based on what happens on these reality shows. They watch these shows faithfully and they're researching them, and they have their own podcasts and different YouTube channels and TikToks and this and that this is their job. They're getting paid to talk about these people and these episodes and what's going on in their lives. They're getting paid to do that. Maybe one day I'll make a little coins off of it. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me, But I do feel like the show should have had some type of guidelines when it comes to talking to each other, just out of respect. Should have some kind of guidelines. Andy Cohen don't give a damn. Andy Cohen's all they doing is making his pockets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. He don't give a damn how bad they talk about each other. He don't care how much they belittle each other, what they say about each other. He don't care when they talking about each other kids, when they belittling their husbands, talking about their husband private stuff that should not be out there either. Some things are meant to be in the house and stay in the house behind closed doors. I'm old school. You should never, some things you should never just put out there, but these days people don't care nothing. They just put everything out there, everything, all their business out there. They think it's okay when they belittling their husbands and talking about them. They think it's okay when they calling each other the B word and just ugh. It's crazy. It's just really crazy. But I get it. I get it. It's all about that money. It's all about the money. But you know what they say, all money ain't good money. And if Portia do decide to come back, I hope she has really prayed about it and made a final decision, because you don't really hear anything negative about Portia now. She's married. She seems like she's happy. She seems like she's left all that toxic mess back in the past and she's gotten away from that. But if she chooses to come back on this show, they're going to be going at her hard. They're going to go in and try to get, to get her to become the main target of their frustration or of their lack of whatever they got going on in their life. They're going to put that focus on Portia and any other new person that comes on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Whatever new phases they bring in there, they better be ready, mentally prepared, because they're going to eat them up. They're going to try to eat them up. Now, do I think Portia can handle her own? Absolutely. She can definitely stand her ground and handle her own. She's done it. She was on the show. Hell, she was on the show, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. She was on the show for a while. So she knows the reality TV. She knows how to handle it. I just hope she don't get back on there and it ends up bringing friction into her home, because she seems very happy with the few little stuff I do see her, on social media about. She seems very happy. Okay. All right, guys, I've taken up way too much of your time today, so I'm going to get up out of here, but I just want to throw my little bits out there with these franchise on the reality TVs and what I thought about it. And I will always stand toe-to-toe when it comes to how I feel about women's disrespecting each other, talking down to each other instead of building each other up and being a part of their empowerment and taking them to the next level. I totally disagree with anytime I see that going on, and I was totally disappointed in the episode I watched a week or so ago between Jackie and Sweet Tea. Totally disagree with that whole little episode. So, just remember to be kind to each other. That's all you got to do. Just be kind to each other. Okay? Guys, have a great day. I got to check you out next time around.